Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Janet Yong, and in my channel I share about Feng Shui, Bazi, entrepreneurship, as well as personal growth, especially in the areas of motivation, leadership, and communication. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you personal growth and what it is in terms of our intrinsic personality and characteristics that will drive us and motivate us to do well, to grow personally and have success. So I'll be combining basically Bazi as well as my experience in corporate and when I actually interact with clients based on the day element that they are born to show you how you can find your internal passion, motivation such that you will be motivated to move and build skill sets towards your personal success. So let's move on to the next segment.
So before we begin, please remember to download your Bazi chart either at bazicalculator.janetyong.com or scan this QR code to get your Bazi chart. What we are looking at is similar to all the other episodes when I talk about Bazi, your year, month, day, and hour of birth as shown in this particular chart here. But what we are really looking at is for personal motivation and growth, one of the key factors we look at is the day that you are born. So here we are basically looking at the element that is highlighted in the heavenly stem under the day pillar itself as shown in this slide. Once you identify that, then we can begin. In today's session, I will be basically sharing for all the different 10-day masters what they like to do and therefore what they will feel motivated in terms of building skill sets. So here are the 5 types of elements. We have wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. As you can see, in each of these elements itself, there is both the yin and the yang aspect of each element. Now, what does it mean? Yin is generally, from a characteristics perspective, more flexible, more adaptable. And some in the Western profiling system may call it maybe a little bit more introvert, but they are also more adaptable. The yang element is basically more outgoing, more sociable. However, they are also more direct and straightforward. For each of the wood, fire, earth, metal, and water elements, there will be both the yin and the yang aspects of the elements itself. So let's start off with the wood element. Wood basically represents kindness, compassion, as you can see from all the plants that are growing around us, that basically gives us oxygen that human beings are reliant upon in order to survive. From a young wood perspective, the image is that of the tree. So if you look at the tree itself, it basically provides shade for us. So from a characteristics perspective, they are very straightforward. Okay, they are very determined and they are kind. What are they motivated by then? They are therefore motivated by the feelings of being able to contribute. Because the young wood, like I mentioned earlier on, they are basically the image of the tree that provides the shade for other people. They do not mind actually doing things from the one for all for one perspective. So in other words, you enjoy working in a team environment, but they must feel that whatever that they are contributing, they are also being given some kind of appreciation, and they have to be given the space and time to grow, because a tree does grow, but it's not very obvious how fast it grows, right? However, they are constantly wanting to grow, wanting to basically heal other people. So the healthcare kind of environment, the care kind of environment, the ability to contribute, this is basically what the young wood person should look at in terms of motivating yourself in the areas that you want to work in. Find industries, find job roles where you feel that you can basically contribute to the overall big picture. So in other words, there are multiple skill sets that you can build so long as you are able to contribute to the big picture. Then if you were to look at yin wood is basically the image of the plant. or the flower. So in other words, they are generally someone who will be more motivated in job roles or industries, especially when they are able to feel being appreciated, because the flower needs to be appreciated. They also like to network. So again, if they are working in an environment with people, they will generally be happier. So let's take a look at what are the critical skill sets or strengths that both the young wood and yin wood has. If you look at the tree can become very usable, especially if you look at whether they can be a piece of furniture, part of the axe, part of different types of cabinets, wardrobes. So one piece of wood can have multiple purposes. If they are able to diversify their skill sets, or if in their business they are able to diversify, but albeit in a similar environment, they will do very well. So although at one point in time they are usually not very good at multitasking, okay, however, if they build their skill set such that they do not just specialize in one area but build few different skill sets in the same industry environment, that's where they will thrive the best. If you look at yin wood, like I mentioned earlier, it can be the twine that is actually growing on the fence. It can be basically the creepers that you see growing on trees, therefore they're very good at networking, or the grass that grows all over. So if they are able to build their people skill set such that they can communicate well, network well, then they will do very well in any kind of job role that is more frontline facing. For instance, whether it's sales, customer service, public relations, even online nowadays, building a fan base, a follower base, they should be very good at doing that. So the networking skill sets, from it you will have communication, personal branding, all these are important for the yin wood person to pick up. The next element we'd like to look at is that of fire. Now fire is the element that brings light to everyone. From the perspective, it's beautiful. That's why it's about politeness, it's about generosity, giving light, because there's no limit to the amount of sunlight. For example, if you are looking at the young fire person, which has the image of the sun that gives light to everyone and warmth to everyone. So from a young fire perspective, they are generally motivated if they are in a job role or industry where they feel they can give light, contribute, and basically provide motivation and inspiration to a big general crowd. Compare that to yin fire, which is the image of either the candle or the torch. It's really a little bit more focused. So the yin fire personality basically would prefer roles that inspire people more of a one-to-one basis rather than a big crowd. So therefore, the difference between the yang fire and yin fire, both are basically about bringing light to people, bringing inspiration, bringing motivation to everyone. But the yang fire is more about masses. The yin fire is really about one-to-one. So what are then the skill sets each of these yang fire, yin fire elements should pick up? For the yang fire, because it's not easy to want to inspire a big mass or crowd, therefore the ability to be persistent and persevere through such that they are able to motivate and inspire people are important. Especially if you look at the yang fire, the sun, it's basically rising from the east and setting in the west every single day, 365 days a year, and it doesn't really change. Besides learning the skill sets of motivation because you want to inspire people, public speaking if you want to inspire a bigger crowd, it's also important for you to remember and to persevere and be persistent in your final set goal. If you look at the yin fire itself, yin fire, because it's a lot more one-to-one, therefore you're looking at the ability to influence people, the ability to sell or even negotiate. So what we are looking at is picking up the skill sets of influencing, especially nowadays online, because even though you are going on social media influencing a big crowd, but when the person is watching, it's actually similar to a one-to-one kind of situation. So you are able to speak well in front of the camera, you will do well in terms of being an influencer on social media. And if you are able to master selling skill sets, you'll be great at even basically referring clients, affiliate marketing on social media platforms as well, or you are good at virtual selling. So these are the skill sets that the fire element people should pick up. The next we would like to look at is basically those born on the day of Earth. Earth is really about trust, about stability, and about long term. So we have the young Earth, which is the image of the mountain, and the yin Earth, which is that of earth and soil. Like I mentioned previously in an episode on period 8, which is about the young mountain, the long-term stability and trust. So usually young earth people work better in an environment where there's a lot more stability, where they feel that they are able to build long-term career, or they are also very good at building trust. So if you are born on the day of young earth, most times people will come to you with their problems, and you'll be a good listener who will then basically, even though you take on a lot of their concerns, a lot of their secrets, you are able to actually store them very well. So they feel that you're a very good confidant. Now, if you're looking at the yin earth, yin earth is like Mother Earth, the soil in it, there's a lot of minerals, resources. Therefore, the yin earth person is also very nurturing, but they are also very resourceful, and they will be great at bargaining as well and looking out for where are the best deals. Let's then look at what are the critical skill sets that both the young earth and yin earth should build. If you look at the young earth, like I mentioned earlier, if you can build up your listening skill sets, learn from other people's mistake, reflect on what they have shared with you, you then become a very good consultant, counselor, and you are able to basically hold people's trust. So any industries, any job roles, be it from the perspective of a psychiatrist, a counselor, a consultant, a coach, you will be excellent in performing this particular task. From a function perspective, maybe HR, where it's not so much about administrative work but basically listening to people, and you usually will also be a pretty good people manager and leader from a listening perspective. But do remember to basically take action, because the young earth may seem a little too slow at reacting at times. If you are looking at the yin earth, remember I mentioned earlier on, because they are very resourceful. So if you are resourceful and you can identify all the various different types of deals, resources, then you can bring resources together, cut deals with people, refer clients, then you'll be very great in this social media environment where we're looking at referrals, social media marketing, affiliate marketing, links that you can basically earn commission from. These are some of the skill sets that you can learn for those who are born on the day of Earth. Let's move on then for those born on the day of Metal. Metal is really about structure and execution, whether you're talking about the young metal person or the yin metal person. Young metal is the image more of the stainless steel pipe, or another image is that of an axe. So therefore they are someone who is very righteous, they like to execute stuff. So if you are looking at building skill sets, then a young metal person should basically be in a job role that allows them to take action, to execute, to implement. If not, they will feel very restricted. Now, if you look at the yin metal is more of the image of jewelry. So therefore, they usually would like to be the star in a crowd. And if they're from a job role perspective, therefore they will like probably be in a role where they are able to brand themselves, be unique, such that people will recognize their unique characteristics and strengths. So let's take a look at what are the critical skill sets that the metal elements should be building. Like I mentioned earlier on, young metal is really about execution. So if you want to succeed, build execution and implementation skill sets. In other words, do identify your goals, set milestones, learn project management. These are the different types of skill sets that will help you in the execution and implementation process itself. Then if you look at the yin metal person, because from another image perspective, they are also the image of a knife or a sharp object. So they are very good at negotiation. So besides learning personal branding in terms of being in the limelight, learn the negotiation skill set so that you are able to achieve a win-win situation every time you enter into a new deal or contract itself. If we look at the water element people are basically very wise. They are also very adaptable and flexible, because if you look at water, the image of yang water is that of the ocean, the river, whereas that of yin water is about the cloud and the mist. So if you look at yang water itself, they are usually on the go most of the time. Therefore, a job role that they will stay motivated in is if they are allowed a lot of flexibility to basically implement things. And if you look at the river, the ocean, it also gathers up a lot of resources as it moves. So if you are in an environment that has too much restriction, you'll not be motivated. You'll then therefore be usually very comfortable in either jobs that are on the go, that's not 9 to 5. Let's look at the skill sets that you need to build a little later on. Then we have the yin water. Yin water is that of the cloud, the mist. Therefore, they are usually very calm, they are influential. But same thing, they usually will not be motivated if in their job role, they are restricted to a fixed environment and do not allow them to be intuitive, to allow them to move around. When we look at the skill sets, then the water elements should build. For the yang water, it's basically about obtaining capital. Now, what does that mean? Generally, when you are looking at the river or the ocean, it gathers a lot of resources as it moves from one location to another. If you are especially a thinker, analyzer, and you are able to identify the trends, then you can generally look at what are some of the funds that you can create to bring other people's resources to invest in things. So that's about obtaining capital. One good example is that of Warren Buffett, where he's able to gather other people's resources and invest in companies. So that's yang water element. Now, if you look at yin water is really about being intuitive, okay? Therefore, they usually have very good instincts and they're very knowledgeable. So if they basically keep building up on their knowledge, especially in Bazi perspective, things that are different, social media. So if you are able to look at the entire trend, build up your resources in terms of knowledge, then you can basically impart your knowledge and be a great lecturer, teacher, or build your online courses if you're doing multiple streams of income. So these are all the 5 elements in terms of what they are motivated by, and therefore the kind of skill sets they should build to be successful. Of course, when we look at a person's chart in terms of identifying their growth, it is not really just about the day they are born, because if you look at a human being's personality, we are like onion with multiple layers. Right? There's an article that I'll be putting in the link in the video description itself that you can read about. So besides looking at the day that we are born to identify who we are, what we're motivated by in terms of personal growth, we should also look at what kind of work environment in terms of orientation. And we should also look at basically the different base profiles, the obvious profiles, or if we have any blind spot, especially when we're building a team. So this is basically covered in the Asian personality profiling system, which I adapted from Bazi. I'm pointing to a link right here. You can actually click on the link and watch some of the videos in the Asian personality profiling system to understand yourself. Else, you can basically download the free Pulse mobile app that we have and really understand yourself, because in it I have articles and videos that you can understand yourself from. Now, this is basically the Pulse mobile app, and some of the screenshots from it you can actually download either from the Google Play Store or Apple Store for free. Or if you would like to go straight to the point, you can either scan this QR code or go to this link to get your personalized complete Bazi career profiling report, and it's going for only $49. Next week, what I'd like to share with you is from a personal growth perspective, or especially a branding perspective, or where you want to move forward to in the future. especially in period 9 where personal branding, selling skills, influence skills are important. Not only do we need to look at our intrinsic personality, we should also look at basically who we are based on our character, our background, our values. So in next week's video, I will share with you the next part of personal growth in terms of identifying ourselves so that we can move towards who we really want to be in the longer term. So till next week, goodbye.